So I was excited to see this. You know, I'm always excited. I was excited, but I was very excited because I was in H&M, and yes, I didn't have any business shopping, but we just happened to be there. Summer's almost here. It's June. We are dying to shop. We got places to go, things to do. But before you shop, don't panic. We got a plan. So let's get started. Welcome to the channel, y'all. I'm Kima, and this is Decollection. So this is the channel where we shop smart, we shop our closets, we save money, we declutter, we shop sensibly, we shop ethically, and we still look fabulous and fly. So every month we have action steps that are aligned to a SMART goal that we set way back in January to keep us on track with meeting our annual SMART goal, which is to save money, declutter, curate fabulous outfits and wardrobes for the whole year for all 4 seasons, and just do all the things to elevate our lives and make everything we do meaningful and purposeful. Before we get into that, if you have not yet purchased your 2025 Decollection planner, it's on Etsy. It has a vision board for you to start mapping out, you know, your goals, your ideas, your aspirations. The SMART goal is something that is measurable so you can track it throughout the year. Most importantly, it is attainable, it's very feasible, it's very practical, it's not unrealistic. And as I said before, it's just helping you shop, curate, enjoy life with a purpose so that you can actually elevate to achieve the things that you want to achieve. It is $5 and it is a Canva link so you can go in and change everything. Every month you can add your tasks. It's not too late because all of these tasks and all of these goals that we're trying to meet every month, we can do them every month. So if you didn't do January or February or March, you can still do June. All right, so go ahead and grab yours. But one thing that you can do that's free is you can like, you can subscribe, you can let me know what you would like to see in the next video. All of the things, those are free. So go ahead and do that too. All right, so let's get into this month's plan. We're in June and we have to plan so that we stay on track with our SMART goal. Every month we begin with a milestone. We celebrate our achievements, you know, staying on track with meeting the goals. And then of course some things that, you know, create a little problems for us and how we're going to recover in the following month. So what I bought, because remember we're sticking to a $100 a month budget for shopping because, you know, there's so many things going on outside of this space, outside of our little world here, and outside of us wanting to shop and curate and do all of these things that gonna cost, right? They cost. So that's the whole point of sticking to a budget because like I still have children, I have grandchildren, I have a full active life, I have things that I want to do, I want to travel, I want to buy other things other than clothes. So I knew that I had to be very intentional and very disciplined. Okay, so back to 100. So what did I spend, or how did I stick to the $100 a month budget for May? May was hard because May Carly graduated. Yay! So we had some expenses with that, and as you guys know, you know, graduation expenses. We're planning some trips for June, so whatever. But we're not gonna get into that because it's all good things, it's blessings, it's happy. We're not gonna dwell on that. But I didn't think I was gonna be able to purchase anything because I was trying to be very, very disciplined, sticking to that budget, doing all of those things. But you know, we like some things and we saw some things, and so we bought some things. So I am calling this the green haul, right? Like I think green, because green is like the color of the season, all shades of green. You got your chartreuse, not neon, because I think they said that's going on its last leg. It's on its last leg. But you got the mint, you got the sage, and sage is a color that we have to wear for my sister's wedding, so that's a thing. Emerald green, like it's not even winter or Christmas, but we love emerald green in the summer. So all the greens, and I was not purposely trying to get green. I just happened to see things, and you know, it's a pop. So it stood out. It caught my attention. So let me go over some of the things that I bought this month, which again, is all green. So the first thing that I purchased was this cyan, not teal, cyan, this teal suede bag from, where did I get this? Oh, I got this from Goodwill. Okay, so let me tell you about this bag. You guys know that I've been buying a lot of bags this year. I spent like the last 2 years previously not really buying bags. And I have a thing where I'm like, I'm going to treat myself to one nice bag a year. And then I didn't do that at all in 2024. And then at the end of 2024, like December, you know, the whole thing, I started buying some bags. Anyway, and then I would just like stumble upon all these like genuine leather, nice bags at the Goodwill. So that's now become a little bit of a obsession. I don't go all the time. I don't go every week, but I probably do go once a month. And I just shoot right to the bags. That's the first thing that I look for. And, you know, got my eye on something that's good quality. And I found her. She is very cute. Now, the only thing that's tricky about suede is that, you know, suede is very delicate. It does need to be cleaned and conditioned and whatever you're supposed to do with suede. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing it. I have looked at some stuff on Amazon. I've never cleaned suede myself. I know you get like an eraser and whatever. So maybe I'll try that. Or I could find a cobbler or someone who does this. But then we're talking about, you know, busting the budget for next month. Like, we're not trying to do that, right? So it is Coach. I don't know if I said that yet. But anyway, it's Coach. So you know it's good. You know it's good quality. It is missing the little tag. And I have already looked at some on Poshmark that I could. But I'm like, you know what, girl? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. But we'll see. Anyway, so I just love this cyan or teal bag. But again, suede is very tricky because, you know, it's like a nice blowout where it's like, you're going to be like a prisoner to the weather. Like, oh my goodness, is it raining today? You know, you're peeking out the window, don't know what to do, don't know what to wear, how to wear your hair, how to wear the bag. Should I wear the bag? Did I have makeup on my hand, the oil on my hand? Like all of these things. So I'm just like, I'm probably only going to wear this bag once or twice this season. I've already styled it. I'm so excited because, you know, it does also give that very boho chic vibe. Just hopefully I can actually follow through with it because you got to handle suede with care. So, and I do care. So I'm really excited about this. Okay. I happened to stumble upon this short set. And I was like, I don't really have a good like short set outfit for this summer. I haven't really purchased a lot of short sets over the years. I have some rompers, definitely have a few pairs of shorts, but like a really cute short set, I can't really think of a good one that I have. I know I gave away one to Jordan. Anyway, so I was excited when I saw this. Let me just say that. So this was TJ Maxx. And again, we weren't shopping the sales, but Memorial Weekend. Remember I said this, we were waiting for Memorial Weekend. So here she is. She came and I was like, okay, let me see what they're talking about. So this was $29. You know how TJ Maxx, $29.99. So that was probably about $33 with tax, right? Same thing. So then that's 14 plus 33, wherever we are. It is a Christian LaCroix, right? Christian LaCroix who doesn't, Christian LaCroix. Christian LaCroix is not, why would I say it like that? I can't say it right. This is a Christian LaCroix. Anyway, so I'm excited about this and the color is just so luscious. I guess this is probably like a teal, not quite emerald, but it is really giving a rich green and I'm excited about that. Ooh. I'm excited about how I'm going to pair it with, you know, maybe some pops of, I don't know. I'm tempted to do red, but then I'm like, that looks kind of Christmassy, right? In my head it does. But like when I see it together, I'm like, oh, it looks so good together. So I don't know. We'll see. But I love this and it fits really well. And the third thing that I purchased this month, now she's definitely like emerald. What would you call this green? I think this is emerald, right? Love it. It's very bright. I love a drop waist. Not quite a baby doll because it doesn't have the high waist like falling right under the breast line because that probably would not be flattering on me. It's gonna make me look like I'm expecting and about to drop a load. But I love a drop waist flare sort of A-line and it's mini, so it's cute. And when something is oversized like this, I don't know about you guys, but I do tend to size down a lot. And this is actually a small. Yes, she's a small. So I was excited to see this. You know, I'm always excited. I was excited, but I was very excited because I was in H&M and yes, I didn't have any business shopping, but we just happened to be there because we were at Atlantic Station. after college graduation, taking pictures, yada, yada, yada. And Jordan was looking for some shoes because the shoes she had on was uncomfortable. And it is Memorial Weekend, so they did have some sales. And I was like, I'm okay, she can do it. So this was $29.99. Same thing. So I think that's about $33, $34. We are at about $81 for the month, which means we are within our budget. We still have about $20 to spend, but I ain't tripping. I'm not even gonna buy anything because I'm pretty sure I spent it doing something else anyway. That's all we bought. I can't wait to style them. I'll post a pic so you can see them in their full glory and glam. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about those 3 purchases. Are you finding any good bags at Goodwill? Oh, what about H&M? I haven't really been tempted because, you know, I'm kind of smart now that I'm working on my SMART goal. So, you know, I know not to fall for it, but they do have some really nice stuff, especially the White Lotus line that they brought out, which I think it was really cute, but it wasn't necessarily like crazy inspiring. It wasn't anything that we haven't already seen, but they definitely had some really nice pieces. So let me know what you guys think and what you bought for the month of May. And did you stick to your budget? Did you break it, and was it worth it? I'm sorry about that coloration in the previous video, in the previous clip. What the heck was that about? I've never seen that coloration happen because that was weird. I don't know what the lighting was doing. I moved it, so I think this is better. And that was like 5-8 minutes, so I couldn't do it over. Sorry. But I talked about everything that we bought. So I'm going to talk to you very quickly about some of the action steps from May and how that went. So the first thing we said we were going to do was going to resell some of our clothes that we decluttered. Because remember, decluttering is a whole process. It's a year-long thing. We've been doing it every month. We set out to say by springtime, we are actually going to sell these things. And so I went to a few resale stores and was able to, you know, sell some things. I had some highs, some lows. I posted a video, so that's out. So if you have not seen that, go ahead and check out that video about how much money I made or didn't make selling my wares. The second thing we said we were going to do was have a swap party. We had a swap party. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. And I actually collected some more items. But most of the clothes that I was able to swap and get are winter. So I can't wait to see what I do with some of those. So anyway, I got some really good pieces from the swap, and I think I pretty much cleared out all the stuff that I had. So we had so much fun. We had a fashion show. I'm going to make a video. It's probably going to be about 10 to 15 minutes going over some of the tips that I learned and, you know, figured out prior to and then during. So that was fun. So look out for that video as well. Okay, so let's get started on June's plan so that we know what we're doing beginning the first week of June and just running us through that whole month. So we're on track. We're saving money. We're doing all the things. Week 1, June 1st, we are decluttering maxi dresses. Now, this is so important because, guys, there are so many beautiful, fabulous, wonderful, but very expensive new trends in spring and summer maxi dresses, and of course all of the things that we like. And so do yourself a favor before you go out and shop and buy and spree and splurge. Of course, do the 3 before spree. We'll get to that. Declutter your maxi dresses and go ahead and start looking through all your summer essentials as well, because you are going to be tempted. You are going to be tempted to shop and buy, and I guarantee it's not necessary. Okay, so do yourself a favor, declutter all the things and start trying to organize them by, of course, the keep and the sell and the swap and all that stuff. If you haven't already done that, start organizing them by purpose and function, whether it's for play, it's for work, because it's summer. We got to be focused because summer will make you want to do all the fun and fabulous and exciting things, but you got to pay for that. So you got to pay to have clothes, to have fun. You got to pay to buy clothes, to go to work in the summer, but you probably don't, because this is not the first summer we've experienced. Now, what's challenging this summer is we are seeing a new cycle of fashion trends. You know, I feel like every 3 to 5 years, there's like a complete 180 in fashion. So for the last 5 years, we basically have been doing a lot of the same things, the oversized jeans, the wide leg jeans. We've been doing the color blocking and the neon, but we're seeing a shift, and we're seeing a shift like we saw 5 years ago. We're going back another like 10, 20 years in decades. So we're still doing Y2K, but just the colors are just lighter and airier. And I feel like it's actually, we're not doing Y2K colors, but we're doing like 90s colors, right? Like the pastels and the lights and all that stuff. But those colors have never not been available, right? So you have things in your closet. Animal prints, I've talked about that before in previous videos. You have these things, white. Who doesn't have white for summer in their closet, right? You have all of these things. We have all of these things. So do yourself a favor and declutter the very first week of June if you have not yet done so, because you really need to inventory what you have so you do not go out and shop and splurge and spend, okay? So week 1, we're decluttering maxi dresses, and then that leads us to week 2. So week 2, once you declutter the maxi dresses, now actually start putting together outfits. Now, I don't know if you guys like to do that. Some people could do it in their head. Some people actually like to try on things. So as you're decluttering, of course, you're going to be trying on things, seeing if it fits, and you're going to be like pairing it with other things. So that's important to do, right? Because now you're satisfying that part of your brain that's saying that you need this thing, you have this event, what are you going to wear for all of the different things you have to do in summer? This picnic is coming up. This trip is coming up, this family, like whatever, this family reunion is coming up, all of the things, this barbecue, this cookout, like this baby shower, there's so many things that come up in summer and late spring. Be prepared not to shop. So I would advise you, don't take my advice, okay? I'm just saying, try to curate at least 6 different summer outfits. And what I'm challenging myself to do, okay, I don't know about you, y'all do what y'all want, but I'm challenging myself to wear my items at least 3 times per season. I don't know if that seems crazy to anybody, but I know that we all have things in our closet that we only wear once, and we're just like, oh, I already wore that, I can't be, like, what? Like, nobody in this whole world is that fabulous that you can't wear things more than once. So I'm going to challenge myself to do that. Of course, you know, you have your faves and you have your essentials that you really go to and you wear them over and over. So that's good. But even some of the things like the items that I showed you guys, the short set and that green dress, I guarantee that in previous years, I probably would have only worn them once for the summer. So I'm going to force myself to wear my things more than once. And sometimes that means I'm just getting dressed and I'm looking fly and I'm going nowhere. I'm just going to the store. I'm going to TJ Maxx. I'm going to your house, whatever. But I'm wearing myself. I'm wearing my things, okay? Again, that doesn't mean that you can't save things for special occasions, wear things out because you want to keep them in good condition. That's fine. You can do all of those things. But like, you know what I'm saying? Wear your things. Stop shopping. Just wear what you have. Okay. So for week 3, we are going to sell some more clothes. So last month we sold at the local buy, sell, trade stores. Now this month, as I said before, we are going to sell on Poshmark. So I'm reserving some of my more designer brands and even some of the more obscure pieces. Like I have a suit that I think will be appropriate for work, but I don't think that any of those buy sell stores are going to want it. Maybe one of them might. We'll see. But at least on Poshmark, I think, I haven't sold on Poshmark yet, I think that I can control a little bit more of what I'm able to make, how much money I'm able to make. That doesn't mean that because I think I want to get $50 for something that is going to actually sell for $50, because you know that on Poshmark, people can make an offer. And depending on how long you had the thing sitting there, you know, you're just like, all right, give me what you got. So I'm going to try it and we're going to see. So the goal is to try to sell at least 3 to 5 items on Poshmark. So this is going to be different than what we did last month because, you know, with the buy, sell, trade stores, you don't really get a lot of money. You get what their market sell value is minus 50 to 60% of that because they got to make a profit. But they're not selling their stuff at the current market price. And plus the stuff is, you know, it's not current stuff. Well, whatever, you guys get the point. So you're lucky if you're getting about $10 per item. And again, it just depends on the store. It depends on your pieces and the brands and all that stuff. So on Poshmark, you probably have a little bit more control, but it's not as fast. Like that's fast money. If you just go in the store, they give you money, you good, you out, right? This is going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take some strategy. So we're gonna go over that. I'm gonna make a whole video, as you guys know, and hopefully we will make a buck or two. And then week 4 is getting ready for the 6-month milestone. We will have been doing this for 6 months, which means that we should have some serious gains, right? We need to really take inventory of how much clothes we've decluttered, how many clothes we've added to this decollection, where we're sharing clothes and elevating it with this community, but also with our friends and family. We've done swap parties, and also sticking to that $100 a month budget, and then how that's impacted everything else in our lives. So my goal was to save money, and I have saved money because I've been telling you about some of the things that I've had to do. So I'm really going to stop, drop everything, and start, pulling out the calculator, looking at the spreadsheets and typing and seeing and, throwing papers all over the place and having the pen behind my ear, but really getting serious about what impact, if at all, this whole SMART goal, decollection SMART goal, has made on my life. And what I can tell you is, without even looking at the numbers, without even looking at the data, that it's really made me a lot more intentional about how I shop and how much I'm spending. So I am going to go through my bank account statements from like last year and the previous years, and just seeing how much less I'm spending. And in some cases, I probably spent more, because remember, I did not buy any bags last year, but I did this year. But we're going to see all the things, okay? And whatever it is, we're going to grow from it, right? Because that's what this all is about. So the only way we can elevate is by learning and figuring out things along the way, and we just slowly get to the top. So that's what we're doing, okay? So I'm looking forward to June, because June is going to be another hectic month. As I said last month, May was very hectic, but I was still able to do all of the things that I set out to do and not spend too much money. And I am traveling in June. We have 2 trips in June. So I don't anticipate having to spend any more money on clothes, because I'm going to find all the things that I have. Plus, I got these 2 outfits. Like, why can't I wear them both for both trips? I mean, at least one, right? Like that short set, like, put that over my bathing suit, like in the morning for breakfast. Like, why not? So yeah, I am ready for June. Let me know in the comments like what your goals are for the year, and also if any of these action steps have been helping. Give us some other tips on things that we can do to save money, shop our closets, decluttering, all of those things. So I know that you guys are doing things that we probably haven't even thought of. So share some of those tips with us, please. All right, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the other videos, because that's going to help us as we're completing those weekly tasks. So I'll do the Poshmark video. We got to declutter our maxi dresses. What else are we doing? We are tracking our spending, savings. We're curating outfits for the summer. So all of those things will be videos, so check those out. And I'm Kima. This is Decollection. See you next time. Bye.